The snow is obvious, but what is not so obvious is the lone cardinal, which, in relative silence, eats as if he's oblivious to the snow. In solitude, the cardinal does what it does, deliberate, determined, and on its own. Do you see the bird in the bottom right-hand corner? It is not a secret. I love the comfort of silence. I love being around nature, that is, the natural environment where the sounds are the only sounds of the area. When I'm there, the ocean where the winds and waves are the only intrusion, the woods where the birds, insects, and winds are your company, the fields, the meadows where the din of the insects and the birds are all that you hear. Yes, I do love the undisturbed sights and sounds of such areas where people are not intruding. I'm not a recluse. I do like people, I do, but on my terms. I have yet to learn how to live without people, nor do I want to. People can be stimulating or irritating. People are either welcomed or they're not. The older I get, the more I have learned how to make the distinctions. The older I get, the more I retreat into my world. And yet I'm the first to admit that there is nothing more beautiful than to be with someone who is sincere and to be engaged in really nice conversations. By the way, I am not without some education. I understand the protocol of being around people in general. I do my very best to be accommodating. I wear the necessary masks so that I am acceptable in company. I am very good at wearing such masks. After all, we have all been taught to do precisely that, to wear the needed masks when in the presence of people, putting our best foot forward, so to speak. Which brings me to this video. You might have noticed that so many of my videos are without interruption of words. Music, yes, but not my irritating voice. This time, however, I thought it best to explain myself in at least one video. Why I am the way I am. Now you know why I worship the best in solitude and why my world is the way it is. You already know that nature is my church, but what about noise? It always depends on the definition of noise. Many musical compositions are not noise. But unfortunately, far too many so-called compositions are not only faddish but extremely uncomfortable to the ears. Could it be that my hearing loss is an unconscious attempt to keep unpleasant sounds from invading my privacy? I wonder. Unpleasant sounds such as words spoken in anger, to criticize, to belittle, to make the other feel less than human beings, to instigate, to mislead, to entice to do wrong. Well, you get the idea. But words can also uplift, inspire, and affirm. Words will make you cry. In 1972, Neil Diamond released a song called Morningside. On the morning of 16 January 2016, over 40 years later, and 8 days before Neil Diamond's birthday of January 24th, while at breakfast, a lady cries as she listens to the words of Morningside. I listened too. The power of words, they're timeless, they're powerful. If you ever listen to the song Morningside, and if you are as old as I am, you will get it. At any given time, I occupy 10 square feet of space, no more. Physical space. However, my mind and my imagination is without limit. Here and now is without boundaries. I am. In public and in the company of others, I may be just an ant, one of hundreds, following blindly as peers dictate, as talking heads suggest. In going out, I make sure my mask is fitted properly, and I suspend myself as I bravely become part of the mass. It is uncomfortable, but it is the price one pays, so as not to be considered a recluse. And now it is snowing outside. And here I am in this place, alone with the fallen snow. In nature, a part of my reality, in beautiful solitude. My gratitude is overwhelming, my joy indescribable. My happiness is my own. May I invite you to be here also, Watch the video and create your own fantasy.